Blame the damn Jawa.
In our defense, we didn't do anything. The dice did the whole thing.
What I was thinking was the zombies would run past you and go to the fire. I think the fire would come to them. We ready?
Yep.
We ready. Take two. Session 7. Backdoor Boogie B team.
Revenge of the B team.
So when you guys left Endo Station in the overloaded Billy Goat, right?
Yep.
Of course, the ship had sustained some damage from when you spike drived and when it was being towed, and had no weapons. You were able to spike drive to the cloud system, which is still in Sindum space.
Okay.
Cloud system. Yeah.
It says Purple Nebula and Davis 2 buoy.
Yeah. So the ship spiked there, you had to wait like an hour for it to spike again.
Okay.
That is when there was some incidents with drones. You picked up some communications about drones and Sindum going crazy. You saw a few go by, flying around. None of them bothered you, just erratically flying. The ship drifted into the Purple Nebula. Sustained some damage that had to be repaired. There's been welding going on and things like that. You've been here for what it feels like a day or two, just doing work. A lot of weird kind of dreams that you have had. Every once in a while, you'll spot a Jawa on the ship running around fixing things. Wally is piloting. He doesn't say but like 3 words. Then all of a sudden you get a communique from Obie. It's a distress signal. He has given you the coordinates of exactly where he is, and it's just a quick message, and then he sent it a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
What's the spike drive rating on this ship? I'm sorry.
2?
2? Okay. So we can do a decent jump then.
Yeah, you can.
We were in the drift system, I believe. Yeah, so we can get there in 2 jumps.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
So yeah, imagine after seeing the transmission, Big Montana be, well, I think we gotta go see what's troubling them over there.
What appears to be the problem?
I don't know. Obie over there done said they're in distress and something's gone terribly wrong and everybody's like dying. Doesn't sound like a great idea. He's like reach a big meaty hand into a bag full of potato chips and just jam a handful in his mouth.
I would have assumed that Obie would always be in distress. By the way you described it, he is nothing more than a robot now.
Well, that's true. But seems a little more intense than usual.
Well, we are not exactly armed on this vessel. What do you propose we do?
Well, I mean, can't be too bad.
Well, the way you just described it, it sounds quite bad if we're perfectly honest.
Well, I mean, I got this, and he's just gonna like reach down into his drawers and pull out the 500 Magnum. I think this will do the trick. I think we'll be all right.
I think we are going to need as much help as we can get for this. But you are the boss, so I go where you say.
Hey, new pilot guy, go ahead and charter us a course on over yonder where that there distress call says we're supposed to be going.
Okay.
Routine!
And he goes, you hear, you know how loud those bathrooms are on an airplane, like when you flush them?
Yeah, yeah.
You hear that noise and a little door opens and a rat guy walks out. He's like, yeah, I think I'll get out of here. Big Montana, it's been great working with you here. All the ship's been fixed up and stuff. And, we did those repairs. So, you owe us one.
Yep, pleasure doing business as always.
Of course it is, always. I see there you and your crew will be on your way.
Yep, it's looking that way.
Good.
Just hit me up on the old ringer and let me know when you need to cash in that there favor.
Not a problem. It's just remember, it's rat tail despair. And he goes to the door and the airlock and gets in his little ship and leaves. Give me a you can give me notice. Yeah, notice would be good.
I am?
Yeah, give me a peg leg. Big Montana, give me a notice roll.
All right, that's -2, so 6.
The conversation made some sense, but you don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Right. I don't know what that was all about, but apparently I owe that gentleman a favor.
It seems like you're beginning to owe a lot of people favors.
Thank you, owe me too.
So you engage the spike drive, you head into the hum system. You go back to Endo Station, which was where you last left the group. Pick up some fuel, and then head to the drift system. You realize that Sindum, there's a lot of ships moving around. There's some chatter, a lot of talk about, there's a heightened state of alert because of what's been going on. And you head to where you heard the distress signal.
All right.
Okay. We have to rename ourselves, I just remembered.
So you begin to head to Lusamine. It looks barren. There's just a small village at the base of this mountain. The signal is coming from like the mountain, but you realize there's no place to put. Well, actually, this is you can't enter the atmosphere with this.
Well, we can enter the atmosphere. We just can't land the ship.
We do have a cargo light in this ship, I believe we said. Or did you say we didn't have one on it? I'm not sure. Because I do have one in piloting.
I mean,
Tell me we flew all the way over here for nothing, Montana.
Grab, shoot, Halo drop into it.
right.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we're doing this, man. Come on, let's do this.
Right. That's about all we got. I think we're going to have to just jump.
America, bitches.
Nice. Okay. So
We're American this up.
Yeah, I don't even know how. what is it? A grab shoot?
Grav shoot page 70, I believe. Yep, Grav shoot page 70, the $300 one, which means the information on it is going to be close to page 76, I believe. No, 75. Grav shoot. When this cylinder is strapped to a person or object and activate, it smoothly modulates falling speed for up to 1,000 meters. And it can safely slow up to 300 kilos of weight, which is 660 pounds.
Okay.
And then it's used up after one use.
So it is going to be Bert. And what's your character, Josh?
Emma.
Emma, Bert, Emma, and Big Montana.
Yep.
What kind of gear are you guys taking with you? You got your weapons. I would assume you've got some kind of first aid kit.
I have a Uzi, I have secure clothing, I have 4 Lazarus patches, 40 rounds of ammunition, a med kit, a bioscanner, and 2 doses of lift.
Okay.
Big Montana's just got his revolver, his ammo, and bag of chips. He's in civilian clothes, so like that was part of the thing. Like I don't get any armor. He's just in civilian clothes. He's just dropping in his hat and his Sunday clothes.
Well, the hat gives him a +6 to his AC, no matter what. So I mean, you're really in combat uniform there.
All right. So you guys, how many times have you guys used a grab shoot before?
I probably used it 2 or 3 times because I was fighting with the UPM on sure rates.
Okay.
How the hell does this thing work? That's the extent to his knowledge.
Here, give it to me real fast. I'll take care of you. Get it all set up on the back of. Change your goddamn name. I don't remember. Big Montana.
Big Montana.
Yeah, I'll set it up on Big Montana so it's correct.
Yeah, can you help me out with this damn thing too? I'm a damn dock worker. I don't pull this fancy shit.
Certainly, just a moment, please. Work on him too.
Ernie comes over to you to Bert. Are you going to be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine, Ernie.
Okay.
Ernie, if you're concerned, just kiss him for luck. And I walk away.
He knows better. I'll shoot him in the face.
You like it?
Wally will stay up here and man the ship, keep it in orbit, and keep on the comms.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys shoot out of the ship. Everybody give me an exert roll, or I will give you...
Give me liquor.
Or no. You could use exert or no. No would be fine.
I got neither of those.
My exert is actually higher than my no. Oh, yeah, it doesn't.
And Emma, you get a +1 to this.
Okay, so that's 11 total then.
Okay.
That's a 4 total.
Okay.
Okay, 2d6 +1 plus my. Would this be Dex?
Yeah, you
It's
could use,
exert, yes.
you could use Dex or Strength. Yeah, I'll take that. Or I'll give you Intel if you want to do Intelligence.
He likes the idea.
8.
All right, so you guys jump out. For Emma, this is just, done it before. It all comes back to you. You kind of know the general location where you need to go. It's smooth. Big Montana, a little bit different. Just something completely different. Terrifying yet exhilarating. You land way off target, like on the side of the mountain, kind of rolling, tumbling.
Oh, dear God, sweet Lord Jesus.
You don't take any damage. However, your cowboy boots are scuffed.
Oh. I just got these new suede boots.
Are they blue suede?
No, they're like that tan suede.
Oh.
Smart ostrich.
Bert,
That's gotta be sweet.
you land close to where you need to be.
I hope we never have to do that shit again.
Honestly, it was pretty awesome. I always enjoy it quite a bit.
Daggone, I'm hanging off the goddamn mountain over here. I need some help.
Oh,
Get down here.
Sorry, come here. I hate to tell you this, Montana, but I can see up your skirt.
Well, that concerns me because I was not wearing a skirt previously. Imagine that now he's just like split
Your
his
pants are
drawers.
just ripped.
Yeah.
I always assumed you
damn,
just wore pantsless chaps.
It's drafty in here.
There's also a snake in your boot.
Daggone.
So you
Montana, I think we need some kind of landing craft.
Yeah, that might be in short order there.
If you tell me to jump out of that shit again, I'm gonna have to stab you with this here knife.
I
That's
wouldn't
not
blame
a
you.
knife.
I wouldn't blame you. I don't know what kind of damn fool jumps out of a perfectly good spacecraft.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
That's not a knife.
I do bring guns to knife fights. Why do you ask?
So it is very thin air here and fairly cold. So
That's why-
yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna see Mike Montana. He's just a huffing and a puffing.
yeah, every 4 steps.
Yeah, he takes like 4 steps and he's got to like lean down, put his hands on his knees, just. Oh god damn!
Everyone laughed at my furry boots, but look at me now, bitches.
Right, he's just wandering around in Uggs.
Yeah, exactly.
So what is Bert wearing, like a vac suit or something?
I didn't see anything about a vac suit in the technician's toolkit, so I'm assuming I don't have one.
It should
Okay.
say
He's
what
got
you have in
workman's
the
overalls.
the technician's toolkit. You have an armored undersuit.
Okay.
Yeah, no vac suit though.
Yeah, you're feeling this air too.
Yep.
Not as bad as Big Montana. 2 hours later, you make it the 50 yards to get to the thing to enter. To enter the armory, there's a control panel there. You can see a lift that goes all the way down to the bottom.
God damn! What mountain did we land on? Everest.
It's definitely chilly. There is a terminal there that looks like it opens up a door, and I'm really hoping somebody's got programmed.
I have +2 intelligence, and no.
Fix it.
Try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That always works.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Fuck! Every time.
So yeah, probably Bert, you can try. I mean, you've worked the docks. This could be like a regular panel to open up.
You want me to try to program it?
You can. Do you have +2 intelligence?
No.
I have
Let's
+2 to intelligence.
Yeah, go ahead, Bert. Go ahead and try.
I believe in you, Bert.
Use program.
The program. All right, here we go. I got a 9.
Ooh.
Wow.
Could
Is
have
there,
been worse.
is there any minuses? No. 9.
I got a 9.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. First shot. This door opens to this dock.
See that, Montana? That's why I should be making the big bucks.
God damn, I knew there was a reason I done hired you.
You should pay me more.
I
assumed
should
you
pay
hired
me
him
more
just
for
'cause you
hiring
showed
you.
Wait, so you're getting a percentage of his pay as well because you scouted him?
Exactly.
It's It's actually a good idea for a business model where the boss pays himself more for scouting out employees.
So as you see the door open, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna enter in first with an Uzi at the ready. Take a look inside.
Yeah, Montana's just got the 500 Magnum out and ready.
Got my laser pistol.
This is gonna be hard without any flashbangs.
So you enter and there's like it's a dock area. There's like 3 feet dock that steps up, but as soon as you walk in, it's like there's oil stains and everything on it. You can see a figure next to some kind of machine. It looks like it's boiling or something, and it's like leaning down and like reaching its hand in. It pulls its hand out, and you can see like part of its hand like melts away, and then it reaches in again, and it just keeps doing this.
What's reaching in there?
It's some kind of figure. It looks human. It doesn't scream or anything. It just kind of looks at its hand, and it's like skin starts to melt away, and then it reaches in again.
What in the hell are you?
Are you all right, sir?
It stops and looks, and then his eyes go wide. You could tell like it looks very dead, and he just opens his mouth, and his jaw just falls off.
Nope, it's your time.
Nope. First fire, bitches.
All right, so everybody, let's go. Emma, you're up first. Give me an attack roll.
Attack roll, okay. And I'm doing burst fire because that's what you do with a submachine gun. That is 12 plus 7, so 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, it's a hit.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, and the damage for a submachine gun is a D8. Goddammit, dice. That's 11 points of damage.
All right.
I fire my Uzi.
Okay, Big Montana.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, 1d8. Wait, I have Gunslinger. Does that do anything for me?
Yes, it lets you add your damage, your shoot skill to damage.
Oh, nice. So that is 5, 6, 7 damage.
All right. Bert.
Got a 17 to hit.
Okay.
2 damage.
So you guys just light this thing up as this creature begins to run after you, like cutting a thing in half. Like half of his body just kind of falls off the dock and like splats right in front of you. The guts going everywhere. There's a putrid smell. It's rotting flesh.
Well, I declare I don't know hardly what all the fuss is about.
Were your eyes closed? Did you not see that thing?
But did you see how easy that there thing died?
For best effect, we should probably avoid fire.
Honestly, I think Jim might have just forgot his rounds in the ship. Probably just holed up in a closet with no ammo.
Does this happen to be one of your friends?
Yeah, Jim. He's friend / business partner now, I guess. He used to be a feller I done sold a ship on time to, but then he done managed to pay it off with my half of the share in our overloaded billy goat up there.
I think what I'm referring to more of is the person we just turned into Swiss cheese.
Oh, I have no clue who the fuck that there is.
Oh, okay then. Shall we continue?
Yep, I did. I'd say that there's a solid there playing.
Okay, I'll take points.
So yeah, you walk up to the dock, go up on top. Basically, he was sticking his hand in a big vat of some kind of cleaning solution. You can see that it has a weapon in it. The water is like boiling.
How's the weapon look?
I mean, it's underwater. It's being cleaned.
Okay.
Man, that fella we just shot up looks about as smart as Ernie.
Yeah, you're not too far off there.
Is there
Open the
anything to
damn
reach
door,
in?
asshole. I didn't see you opening the damn door. All you did was bounce off the side of the damn mountain. Take half my money.
You're
Oh,
not-
joy of contract labor.
My expertise is not used in these areas.
Yeah, your expertise is used in the bathroom with the lights out when nobody's looking.
Now that's besides the point.
That would explain the smell. Is there any way to reach inside of there without burning ourselves, like a console to raise the gun out, a claw grippers, a crowbar?
Yeah, there's a pair of grippers you can use.
Okay, I'm gonna
Use
reach
them
in
there
and see what it is.
tongs.
Yep. Get my tongs and go.
Yeah, you put it's just like dripping from with this chemical. It's a laser rifle.
I'm actually gonna look around the area. What else do we see in here?
It looks like it's been recently cleaned out. Like you can see where stuff was sitting and that's been moved. There is a huge machine that Big Montana that you guys have seen before. It's a 3D printer. The time on it, it's flashing. It says like 58 minutes, and just keeps flashing. So it's like stalled or something.
Can I attempt to make it work?
Yeah.
Look and see what I can do.
Or Bert could try it. He could try fix.
You want me to try to fix that there console?
If you could, that would be excellent. We should see what it was trying to do.
I
That
don't
right
know.
chair
Broke
sounds like an
everything.
excellent
I just gotta make
idea.
it quit screaming at us.
I'm also going to put the laser rifle in my backpack when I can,
Okay.
rather than leaving it sitting around here.
I got a 7. I probably broke it more.
That's not bad.
You managed to like reset it. The clock is now working, but it's now like an hour 58 minutes. So you got it working. It's just a little bit behind.
Uh-huh. I think that friend of Ernie's there that we just shot to hell must have did something to this thing before we got here.
I'm certain he wasn't helping in any way.
It's probably over
You're
here
muted.
on the damn cables.
Hell if I know.
Just going to take another glance around the room and see if we see any other laser rifles or power cells or ammunition or anything.
No, there's pretty much empty.
Okay. Well, that doesn't help us much.
Yeah, the A-team kind of rocked the place blind already.
What A-team? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You said earlier that this the dwarves like kind of like, for lack of a better word, bedroom was like a curtain hanging over on like a edge of the room. I think the other day is what you told us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big Montana's gonna go check that out, seeing what that's all about. You probably see a bed and something there, trying to figure
Yeah,
out.
you walk down the hallway and push this like dirty curtain aside, and there's like a bedroll with some kind of like you know it's like some kind of food processor. There's these empty tubes of like goop everywhere, and like sitting back too is some kind of humanoid, and he's got the big tube and he's just squeezing it, and it's like falling all over his face, and he's like scooping it up and eating it.
He's gonna pull out his revolver and just, what in the hell are you?
Give me an initiative roll, and I'll
All right.
give you +2.
Do we hear him
oh,
say
wrong
this?
day. That's a 5.
He swings around super fast.
Uh-oh.
And swings and just goes right past your face, like he swings trying to hit you. Go ahead.
All right, so yeah, he's gonna shoot at him. That is 17 to hit.
Yeah, he's done. I mean, it's
All
point
right.
blank range.
Yeah.
Boom! Like you hear this noise. His head like explodes.
Boom. Headshot.
Double kill.
Yeah, it just flops over dead. Like all these little insects and stuff start crawling out from it and like going up, and they start like one goes up to like eat that food, and then backs away, and they all avoid it and stay away.
Smart insects.
And they start
know
crawling
army
up
rations.
the walls.
God damn. All right, get me some of that. Fuck them bugs. And he's going to reach down and just like take a big old handful of the goop and just start rubbing it on like sunscreen.
Yeah, they avoid you.
When I hear the gunshot, I go running and go, Montana, what in God's name was that?
Fucker was eating this paste shit and then just fucking tried to swing on me, and I done blowed his head clean off.
And what are you doing wearing paste?
Well, you see a whole bunch of little bugs came running out, and, you know, they look real nasty, and they seem to avoid that there paste stuff, so I just kind of put it on like sunscreen.
Just a moment, please. I'm going to take out my bioscanner and see what this paste is.
It's some sort of artificial food substance.
Does it look healthy?
I mean,
Doing wonders for my pores.
Are there any bugs still around here?
yeah, they're crawling up the wall like they're on the ceiling now, crawling everywhere.
Any on the floor?
Yeah, there's a few still moving around.
I'm going to crush one. Just step on it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take out my bioscan and see what the fuck it was.
Give me a notice roll.
Notice roll? Okay.
Yep.
That's not terrible, actually. That's a total of 7.
So you step on one of the bugs, and then as you get your scanner out, right?
Mhm.
You get your scanner out, you look, you notice the bugs crawling on the wall have stopped. And then as you look up, they've all stopped, and they seem to be looking at you.
I think you may have just killed one of their family members, and they look pissed.
Reach my hand into some of the goop and throw it at them.
Yeah, they just scatter out of the way.
See,
Don't
the
fuck
goop
with me.
has uses. He's gonna Simba you with some goop.
This is not very enjoyable. And I'm going to scan the bug and see if I can figure out what it is.
As far as what would it tell you? Like,
A bioscanner will tell me pretty much fucking everything because it's amazing. Let me scroll down to the bioscanner. Oh, we're using new equipment we've never used before. It's so much fun, guys.
Kind of analyze like.
While an untrained user can use this tool to discern internal bleeding, gross physical distress, or toxins in a plant or animal, it requires a Heal 0 skill to use this tool to its fullest. Such operators can use the bioscanner for a full spectrum of diagnosis and DNA sequencing achievable in minutes. So I can see exactly what it's made up of.
I mean, it's organic.
Yeah. Can I tell its species, what type of DNA it has? A full sequence of it will tell me pretty much everything about it.
Give me a no roll.
I know how to do this roll. Oh, hell yeah. 12 total.
Okay. So I would imagine you step out of the room and you are now examining what this says at a glance, at a look. The sequence. Hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh. He's inventing new scientific terms to describe this.
The sequence does not look natural.
Like
It looks like some kind of construct, like artificial, like something. It looks
Like
for lack of a better word, yeah, bioengineered.
Mhm. This appears to be some kind of weapon. I think it's labeled Corona. This is the final stage of the coronavirus.
You're telling me someone done made bugs when they could make bullets?
I didn't say they were intelligent.
I don't know what to think about that. I'm just gonna put some more of this here cream on me. He's just start like he's gonna pull up his pant leg a little bit, rub some on his shins.
Is there a jar anywhere in this room, like a glass jar or something?
Yeah.
Might as well fill up a few of the jars and have makeshift hand grenades of the goop.
Just to keep the bugs away. Just like, you can't pass that patch of floor.
But what about the walls? Oh shit!
So yeah, you find 2 dirty, used jars. One's got a slight crack in it, and you fill it with this goop,
Okay,
this
goop
paste.
grenade.
Okay. All right. You notice there's a room straight across the hallway.
Which one of us notices that?
I mean, both of you notice. It's obvious.
Oh.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think I'm gonna saunter on over there.
I'll be right behind you then. Or, on second thought, you're not wearing any armor. Perhaps you should be right behind me.
What are you talking about? I got about 200 pounds of armor. He's just shake his belly.
Won't go look in there. Why don't you let me take point? That's the kind of grunt shit Montana says he pays me to do anyway.
That's true.
That would be fine with me. Do I notice the bugs doing anything now? Are they, like, following us or something?
Give me a notice roll.
God damn it. That's a 7.
When you step out of the room, they seem to make they've all formed up and they're avoiding the stuff, but they're right. You see one poking its little insect head out of the door, like watching you.
It's giving me the evil eye. As its friend's blood sticks to the bottom of my boot with every step in a trail. Okay, Bert or Ernie or whichever one of you. Bernie?
Damn it.
Bert, dog, damn it.
I honestly can't tell them apart.
Ernie's
Perhaps
the
we should-
bitchy one.
Perhaps we should brand each of them a tattoo for B in one's forehead and E in the other.
That there is a sound idea. I think I might have a set of cattle brands up in the ship.
I'm gonna reach and pull my knife out. Now I got a pistol in one hand and my knife in the other.
Oh my God. I finally found it. The picture of Big Montana.
That's what you've been doing this whole time.
Let's see. I forget how to share.
Bert, why don't you lead the way? I'll be right behind you. Big Montana's looking at himself on his phone. He's taking a selfie.
Oh hell!
I
Perfect.
tell you what, son bitch.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
So that's what you look like in high school, Isaiah, eh?
Right.
That was middle school.
Hell yeah.
Corn.
That was middle school, second time around.
Yeah. More like third time around. We don't like to talk about that one.
So, Bert, you enter this room. There are 3 look like jumpsuits that look dirty and greasy, hanging on hooks. There are a couple pairs of worn-out boots, a couple rags, a pile of some other clothes like shirt, pants. There's a small little toilet in the corner and like a wash basin, some kind of water filtration system.
Upon seeing the toilet, Big Montana's gonna say, "Oh, thank the Lord."
The room already smells just like you. I guess you might go ahead and add to it. I'm gonna head back out the hallway.
It's really the time. Oh, bloody hell.
All right.
Take a
tell
look
you
inside
what,
the toilet first.
That para-jump done fucked my guts right up.
Yeah, let's see. Give me an exert roll.
Are you sure it's not a perform?
Oh, that's a 6.
Okay.
There's a good deal of grunting and pumping.
Now make a physical saving throw.
He's gonna come out after a minute or two. Good Lord, you might want to evacuate this area.
Wait, we've gone further into the base. We left you.
Aren't we supposed to be here saving your friend Obie?
You know what? When you gotta go, you gotta go.
You took a dump in some poor bastard's laundry room.
Now, do we need to do a physical examination to see if any of the insects have crawled up his ass and are now controlling him?
You're the medic. You tell me.
No, he's good. He creamed up. He had some extra. He just used it like what is it? I forget what it's called. It's hemorrhoid
The
cream.
diaper
There we go.
cream stuff?
Yeah, he used it like hemorrhoid cream.
Let's carry on before this gets too normal. Okay, Peter, lead us.
All right, so straight ahead is this room that's got a big grate that's been moved out of the way. So it's just basically a big hole in the floor.
Bert's gonna walk up, look down, and if he don't see anything, he's just hopping down the grate.
None of us have flashlights, do we?
Did not dawn on me to snagging.
Yeah.
There's like some electrical lights that are flickering in this room, and you can see the flickering downstairs, down in this other room too.
Well, I ain't no smart feller, but if I had to take a guess, it looks like, that probably was not open previously.
Well, I assume we have no other direction we can go at this time, so in we go. Just jump down.
In you go, skinny britches.
Down I go.
All right, you drop down. All right, so you jump down this hole. It leads to another room that, let's see. It looks like a dining room. It's got like a busted chandelier, and the dining room table is rotted, and chairs broken, and anything glass ornate's been busted on the ground. Looks like there's been some paintings, but they were torn apart.
Looks like a nightmare version of one of them there cosplay events.
Aren't they all nightmare versions of themselves?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Do we see anything else in the room?
No, that's the only thing you see in here.
Okay.
Looks like there ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let's move on.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
You step into the next room, and there is like a rotted chest with some clothes that have got a bunch of holes in them and stuff. The paint is coming off the top of the ceiling. There's some kind of lights again that are flickering. They look like they were put in like after the fact. Like they don't fit the aesthetic of what you've seen so far.
Somebody was clearly not a connoisseur of interior design.
There's a door to the right with a table in front of it.
Maybe that's where they are at. They might have barricaded themselves up in there.
From the outside?
Well, does it look like it was barricaded from the outside or the inside? Is like are the table legs facing us or away from us? Like, are the table legs in the other room or are they in our room?
No, the door is closed and you see the table legs. The table's like.
Oh, so something. Maybe they got locked. I don't know. I don't know how you get locked in from. These things don't seem smart enough to be locking people in rooms.
Not particular. Do we hear anything from that side of the table?
He's just gonna do the classic knock, 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 knock. Yeah, I don't have a wood table handy.
Well, you got wood, though. I mean, just knock on that.
Oh, you beat?
Hear anything? That would be notice.
You always make me roll these, even though you know I'm bad at it.
Yeah, that's
Better than Big Montana.
Just because I have a +1. That is 7.
You hear a ticking noise.
What kind of ticking? Is it a tick, 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 tick? Is it like a Geiger counter ticking, a clock ticking,
Sounds like a clock.
a clock?
Now, what kind of clock are we talking? We talking like time bomb ticking or like grandfather clock, like tick, tock, tick?
Restaurant watch?
Probably not a time bomb.
It's not a tick, 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 tick.
No, it's like a tick, and it's like tick, tick, tick.
I reach my gloved hand over and try to pull the table down or aside.
Yeah, it just you pull it down. When it falls down, it hits and just like collapses. Like pieces of it just break off because it's all rotted.
I jump back with my Uzi at the ready.
Yeah, Big Montana's got the hammer cocked back and he's pointing through the door.
Okay, you push the door open.
Yep.
In this room is a desk, but it looks like it's got holes and stuff in it. There's a clock that's set behind it, and the minute hand is just stuck on one thing, just going back and forth, and that's what's making that noise.
Somebody done forgot to wind their clock.
I go ahead and start clearing the room.
Shame to waste time.
So you there's a desk, and then on one side, there's a bed with a dresser. The dresser's like fallen to one side, like some of it's like been broken. The bed has got like a big hole in the middle, like looks like everything like was piled in there, and there's some kind of form or figure. You can see like hands or legs like sticking out.
Are they moving?
Yeah, they're just kind of like moving like this.
Does it look living? Like, does it look like, when I say living, I mean like, does it look like a person, or does it look like it's some kind of abomination?
Probably more like an abomination. That's probably not what a normal humanoid person would do.
I'm going to get real close and look inside, and if it looks like an abomination, it's getting a burst.
Yeah, I was going to say, otherwise it was just going to get a soft pistol pressed to the dome.
With a +2 to hit, because we're shooting at something prone.
Okay, so yeah, you give me some initiative rolls then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I keep rolling a d20 for initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 2.
That's a 10 for me. I got an 8 + 2.
5.
Oh, yeah. Hey, now I'm rolling more, guys. Aren't you happy? Poor Peter having to reinvent his entire game.
No, I didn't have to reinvent anything.
We're doing the other parts of it.
Yeah, I already had a B team. I've already had this done.
We were ready the whole time.
It's almost like it's landed. Emma, you're up first. As you get close to the bed and like everything's kind of like sunken into the middle, It is some kind of humanoid with legs and arms attached, and the chest is like split open all the way down, and there's like teeth with like a big long tongue coming out.
This is beyond science. Just fire a burst of Uzi into it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 22 to hit.
Yeah.
For oh Jesus, my 8s are working well for me. For 13 damage.
Okay.
I'd say that needs some gunpowder medicine.
All right. Go ahead, Big Montana.
Oh, I'm not next. I got a 2.
Oh, you got a 2. I thought you got an 8.
No.
Bert, you're up.
Now let's take a shot at it with the old laser pistol. 17 to hit,
Oh, yeah.
4 damage. Woo, this thing's awesome.
Don't forget to add your dex modifier for best results.
Oh, you
Big
add
Montana.
extra damage? Well, 5 damage.
There you go. Big Montana, you're up now.
All right. That is a 16 to hit.
Yep.
All right. And that is 6 damage.
All righty. All right, Bert, give me, I'll let you use evasion. What's the other save called?
Physical?
Evasion or physical save. You pick which one you want to use.
According to this, they're the same to me. I have to beat a 13 either way.
All right.
So evasion, that's a fail. I got a 3.
No!
All right. This thing, tongue reaches out and wraps around and grabs you.
Oh no, it's Gene Simmons. I didn't expect him to be here.
Emma.
Can I shoot the tongue?
No.
Yeah.
The tongue where the mouth is, not where he is.
Yeah, you sure can.
What minuses do I get for that? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's later in the
-2.
round. Okay, so cancels out my best fire. That's still a 23 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, not terrible. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 damage for the tongue.
Give me evasion or physical save, Bert.
I believe in you, Bert.
17. Pass.
Ooh. So you just blast this tongue, separates it. Bert begins to fall and like grabs onto the side of the bed before falling into this massive dead humanoid goop.
You know, I was reminded of when Ada was shooting that one monster we were fighting and kept knocking the tentacles off the guy
Yes.
every time he was grappled. I do
Dalton
the exact
kept
same
falling.
thing.
Yep.
Yep.
Funk.
We'll keep you safe, Bert. Don't worry.
Hang on there, skinny britches.
All right.
I've used up 25% of my ammunition.
So it is dead.
Bioscanner time!
Montana's gonna go and wind the clock. It's a shame to let a clock not be functioning
Okay.
properly.
No, we're already 2 minutes to midnight.
Yeah,
The bioscanner, there's a similar signature than with this and the insects.
They appear to be the same genetically engineered idea, at least.
See,
This might
now-
have been a lab.
this is more of a, I would call it a more effective form. You know, that's a lot more dangerous than them little bugs seemed like earlier.
Do you think this might be one of the so-called mimics before it has fully formed?
Hell if I know. I don't even know what them there is.
So
It's a baby mimic.
So you hear a noise, Bert and Emma, as coming from the bed. It's kind of like a nasty kind of like squishing noise.
I get the goop and I toss it onto there.
Then you hear a and flittering out is like a giant wasp. It's got like slime and stuff on it, and it like looks around and begins to dart out of the room.
Giant wasp.
Yeah.
That's my response.
Okay. You can roll an attack if you wish.
I'd like to roll the A10 to come in for support. That's a 15 to hit.
All right, roll damage.
Shit. I only rolled an 8 on my dice, too. God damn it, max damage again with this. This D8 likes me. That's 12 damage.
Okay. Yeah, it tries to fly away, and you hit it. It breaks in half, and just goop goes everywhere, just all over the desk. It hits some of the clock.
No, not the clock.
Hell.
Big Montana was going to make love to that thing later.
The solution to all problems is...
It's just a shame when clock ain't ticking right.
Give me a fix roll, Big Montana.
The clock can no longer have
That's
babies.
a natural one.
You made
wait,
damn
sorry,
sure that clock ain't gonna have babies.
You rolled D6s, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 D6s.
Oh, that's still not good. Plus I have a -2. So that's 2.
You wound it very well. It starts to move.
I'm picturing like, you know, like if you overwind something, it goes click and
Yeah. Yeah.
Spring comes flying out the side of the clock.
Roll evasion for spring. Okay.
All right.
Oh, is there anything else creepy crawly up in here?
Or anything useful, like ammo.
That too.
Better gun.
Wait, you have energy cells, right?
Yeah.
Oh, take the fucking laser rifle then.
Oh, yeah, in that case.
Yeah, you take my laser rifle.
Are you gonna like search the room or?
Quick search, like just look around real quick. See if there's any like unopened boxes or anything. Maybe pull open a couple of dresser drawers.
Okay. So everybody, give me notice rolls then.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's see. So 9 minus 2, that's 7.
That's 10.
What'd you get, Bert?
5.
Okay. All right. So Big Montana, you look around. You go over to the dresser. It's first drawer. There's like nothing in it. The second drawer, there is a small little bag. A couple moths come flying out.
God damn, someone invested some mothballs. He's gonna open up the bag, see what's inside.
They look like gold coins.
Ooh. I'll be. If it glitters, it's good. And he pulls his bag tight.
As the cocaine slowly drips down your leg.
Emma, what are you looking? What are you searching?
Just generally searching the room, seeing if there's any very similar to what Big Montana's doing.
Okay,
I cannot remember your name. I'm sorry.
You start to go through his desk, or this desk here. You realize that on a piece of paper, it says like Emker. I can't think what his name was. Weldon, I think is what his name was. Let me remember his name. I know I wrote it down. As we look for the mysterious NPC's name.
And the proper spelling?
The proper spelling, too. Yeah. Emperor Weldorn. Emker Weldorn. So it's kind of like his stationery.
Mhm.
And some of the paper, obviously the paper's been like wilted and stuff, but you can still make out the name. You find a couple like credits. They look like credit card chips. And you find a container that looks like it had a ring in it, but it's missing. It's like just the case.
Oh, that's adorable. Wait, is that making up for something that he's lacking?
Maybe.
I like how you answer that in character. So a ring case. Can I find the ring anywhere?
I mean, you begin to look, you know.
Yeah.
Like you pull out a drawer and it falls out and breaks.
Oh dear. Well, apparently someone named Emker Weldon was here.
Oh, title. Sounds important.
Yeah. Sounds like one of them there high society folks.
I try not to deal with them.
Yeah, it tend to be a little weird. Well, I suppose we ought to saunter on down the hallway over there.
God, it feels like a Door song. And he walked on down the hall.
Oh.
And he went to the room where his sister lived.
So you go straight ahead. There is a room straight ahead, room to your left, room to your right.
Oh, I should mention I also reloaded when I was in that room. Just a quick mag change.
As you make it to this intersection, you hear a voice. Is anybody out there?
Jim, is that you?
Is anybody out there?
I said, Jam, is that you?
Is anybody out there?
Can you hear us?
I don't think my words are getting through your brain, friend. I said, Jam, is that you? Come on, Jim, it ain't that hard.
They might be in a state of shock and unable to comprehend at the moment. We should probably investigate. Could also be a concussion.
Sometimes just give it another try. Sometimes it takes a couple times with Jim. Jam! God damn!
You just hear, Jim, God damn.
It sounds like a concussion. Yes, let's go. And I'll lead the way down the hall.
So you're walking down the hall. It stinks. It is putrefied, whatever, flesh. There's like smears of blood on the wall. You can see where someone was dragged and left a blood stain.
Smells like that laundry room upstairs after
as you
got done.
As you walk farther, pieces. You can see that there was something on the wall, maybe like a painting or something, but it got burned, and it's like burned pieces of it are laying on the floor, and parts of the wall have scorch marks. And
definitely looks fucky.
The hallway turns to the right. The lights again are flickering. As you walk down this hall, begin to turn down the hallway with the lights flickering. There is half a body, just like the torso and a head, with arms. It looks human, and you just hear a voice. Is anybody out there?
Montana, is that Jim? Or Obie, or one of your friends?
Montana's gonna move a little bit closer, take a gander at him. Does it look like Jim?
No.
No, I don't recognize this feller. I imagine he ain't got a lot of time left, given that he's in half.
Well, give me a moment then. And I take out the bioscanner and scan him.
He definitely has that signature that the other creatures had, the insects and the thing you fought.
He appears to be infected as well.
I'm gonna cut his head off.
Boom.
I just take the bioscanner and put it back in.
Yeah, after you told him that he appeared to be like the other things, he just and then put the revolver against his head.
And he
I'm
says,
not completely sure that is ethical.
"Can you help?" Boom, and he's just splatters everywhere.
I cover my face to make sure no blood gets anywhere. I'm stupid.
You see one spider, then two, then three spiders start coming out, then 4 or 5 spiders start coming out, and they start going everywhere. They start heading back down.
I throw the goop at the spiders that are coming out as they're trying to leave.
The spiders scatter.
Goop him, goddammit. Get him. Get him, boy.
So ahead of you is a door that is slightly ajar.
Can the door be ajar?
That's
Too much for me.
He's gonna like pull the hammer back and like use the barrel to just like push the door open a little further.
Yeah. So you do this and it opens up into a large room. To the left is a cage that is hanging in the air. The room is probably 15 meters tall, so like 45 feet. There's a cage hanging from it. There's a person just like laying against the bars. They got a real scraggly beard. They're just kind of like just laying there. There's like another figure in the cage, laying. All you can see is like feet. There's nothing else in this room. There's a door to the far end that's open, and you can hear some kind of noise from back there, like moaning, groaning, or whatever.
I look up to the cage.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear us? Are you awake?
And,
Have you heard the automatic weapon fire?
You might want to scan them there, Doc.
It's too far for my scanner to reach from here, I think.
He's gonna Big Montana's gonna reach down, pick up a pebble and like try to bounce it off their head, see if they're conscious. Just like, like a little pea-sized pebble, just gonna see if he can bounce it off their head to see if
give me a shoot roll.
All right.
Put the pebble in the gun and fire.
That's a natural one.
It's 2d6.
It's a percentile roll now, bitch.
It's 2d6.
I chose a little bit bigger of a rock than I should have. It's 3.
Yeah, it's just way off.
Perhaps we should go and check the other room first and see if they have rope or something to get up there.
I don't know. How high
high
up
is this
is the
cage
cage?
up?
Despite all of his rage, the cage is still 15 feet in the air. Or 15 meters in the air, 45 feet.
Well, that's the room's height is 45. So
How high up is the cage?
I mean 15.
If I put Bert on my shoulders, can I lift him up high enough?
No.
That's what Montana was gonna say. She's like, "Climb on up, skinny britches."
It's like 36 feet in the air. So it's
How
like
much is
12
that in
meters.
cubits?
Cupid. Is there
It
any
looks
like
rusty and
is there any like hoisting mechanism for it on the wall or anything?
No, it just goes straight into the wall, into the ceiling.
You want me to try to shoot the chain off with this here laser rifle we got from upstairs?
Well, while that would be a good way to get the cage down, I don't think they're going to appreciate about 30-foot drop.
It would be very less than ideal for the occupants.
Yeah, I'd have to say so.
All right.
Okay, let me do some quick mathematics. I'm trying to think here.
I can walk that fall off. No problem. I don't know about what's in the cage there.
Let's first head to the other room. I think it would be safer than trying to drop someone a good distance.
Whatever you say, lady.
All right. Get ready. He's going to...
Yep, I'll get the Uzi ready.
Same thing with the next door. If it's like, if the doorknob opens, he's going to open the doorknob and then push the door open with the gun barrel.
Yeah, there's no doorknob because it's gone. The door just kind of swings. So as you push it open and look down the hallway, you see a mass. It looks like some kind of zombie-like creature, and there's another one right behind it, and another one right behind it. Looks like they're sort of attached, and they look like it just looks like zombies stacked up.
Big Montana's going to turn back to him. He's just going to... I don't think we need to aggravate these.
And it just seems to like kind of moan and groan.
So is there like a... Is there a way to sneak past them, or is
no?
it
They
just
take
a
up the
corridor?
whole hallway.
The whole... let me see what we have that might be of use here.
Did anybody bring anything of the booming variety?
Your ship does not have an armory or even a basic ship locker.
I don't know. I don't know what you guys keep around.
I have an Uzi! An Uzi! I think we're pretty much out of goop grenades. I have an Uzi!
I got a laser pistol and a laser rifle and a knife. And some tools.
So should we all just shoot on 3?
Somehow I have a very bad feeling that is our best option.
Well, let's stand at the other end of the room and then shoot on 3.
Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky!
He's going to move to where he's got the farthest line of sight on him.
You're trying to sneak and we just hear the click of your heels from the cowboy boots
Right.
against the concrete. How far away is the beast from the other side of the room in meters? Because I need to be 30 meters away.
What the hell? Oh, the Uzi's that short of a range?
3,100, yep.
Oh, wow.
But better than my
Yeah,
laser pistol.
I got the same range on my revolver.
I need to be 660 chains away from wherever I'm shooting. I can't be further than that.
30 meters, that's like, what, 90 feet?
Yeah.
Little more, yeah. 30 meters is 32 yards, or about 100 feet.
This laser pistol
you
doesn't
could
shoot 100 and 300.
You can get like 20 meters away.
Might as well. That's the best I can do, and then it's
I'll
about 2
take it.
rounds. Yep.
All right,
Okay.
everybody. On
Best
3.
fire.
1, 2, 3.
All right, so
Bang.
everybody give me attack rolls.
Oh yeah. That's
12.
21.
Yeah, hit.
12.
Hit.
11 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
11, 4,
7.
7. All right.
He's just like, I can't believe we're going to have to make new characters again. It's an easy shot from only 440 chains distance. A chain is a unit of measurement. It's 22 yards.
So
I mean,
So you just blast this thing. It emerges into the room. It looks like a bunch of these creatures like merged together, like a long centipede, like with arms writhing or legs everywhere.
Aim for faces. Aim for faces.
Walking backwards and shooting the whole time, 10 meters, keeping distance.
Let's go initiative now.
All right.
Initiative.
Wrong dice.
That's 8.
7.
9.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Big roll.
All right.
How did you roll a 12 on an 8-sided die?
Math.
Wargaming taught me.
The Russian number generator.
Yep.
Crystal math.
All right, Bert, you're up.
Shoot my laser again and then back up 10 feet, 10 meters, whatever I can move.
220 chains.
Do these chains. 15 to hit,
Yep.
6 damage.
Woo!
All right, Emma, you're up. Then
Okay.
take Montana.
Beautiful burst fire. Natural 20. Holy shit. What are we doing with 20s in this game again?
Percentage roll.
Percentage?
What,
Do we
where
roll
was
to confirm?
that 20 when we were all dying?
It was waiting here.
It was the wrong dice.
Really? Holy shit. 100%. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Damage?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, roll damage.
8. Maximum fucking damage, so that's 12. All 3 of those dice have been maxed, by the way.
Nice.
4, technically. 4 dice.
What kind of weapon are you using?
A Uzi submachine gun.
Okay. So you fire with your Uzi, strike it, it like cuts it in half, and just kind of writhes around, and then just collapses into a big puddle, and the puddle just starts to just disintegrate onto the floor and just go everywhere.
Damn. I didn't even have to shoot twice.
Bioscanner.
Let me see that. He's gonna like reach over and like detach your magazine and look at your bullets. You got some kind of funky ammunition in here or what? God damn.
Where the fuck were those rolls when I needed them earlier?
God damn. You got some like high point magnum rounds or some shit.
I'm not using a high point gun, that's for damn sure.
So this goop or whatever this slime is just like starting to fill up all the floor.
Is it doing anything to the floor? Burning it?
No, it doesn't look to be. No.
He's gonna hand you back your magazine so you can put it back in your gun.
Well,
I need to reload because I only got like 2 shots left. He's gonna roll the chamber open. 1, 2, 3,
5,
4.
5,
Fuck. What comes after 4?
7.
7, 8. There we go. I swear this thing only had 6 shots.
What's my bioscanner see about this goop?
It gives off the same reading as the rest of the stuff.
Okay. Any variations within the DNA strands we're finding?
Yes, there are variations.
I'm keeping record of all of this.
P virus.
T virus, P virus, LMNOQ virus, LGBTQAIP virus.
It's kind of acidic.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Alice when we need her?
Emma's Guide to Shitty Zombies
My ugly
and how to
mother
shit on
approved.
them.
And then you start to get the horrific smell
Oh, god damn.
Damn
Smells
it.
like team spirit.
Damn
That
it,
done.
Montana, did you not wipe?
No, I swear it did. That done singed my nose hairs off.
Now, is this the Montana smell or is this the goop smell? Can we tell the difference? Do we need to make notice rolls?
So it is basically like filled most of the floor of the room, and I imagine you guys have stepped back to like where the doorway is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
You want
starting
me
to
to run?
bubble a little bit.
You want me to run my Uggs? Jesus Christ, our standards here.
You hear a voice. Who's down there?
Big
Don't
Montana.
Move!
Who's up there?
This is Modric. Who are you?
I'm Big Montana, like I told you. You dance or something?
Are you aware that there are zombies and goop things and insects in here?
What are you? I've been here a long time.
No matter what you do, do not leave the cage.
Okay.
I don't think he can get out the cage.
You want me to shoot that cage down for you?
No, not yet. Let us first find out what this is on the floor.
I was
Have
going
you
to see
seen
what
my
happened
brother?
when they fell in it.
Have you seen my brother?
Who is your brother?
His name is Gimme.
I don't believe so. We have been shooting strange creatures down here for some time.
Nobody will tell us their name. They just go,
Or they say, "Can you hear me? Is
Yeah,
anyone there?"
and then they become paste on the wall.
Yeah, you're not very talkative down here, unlike you. Are you the brains of the operation?
No. You know this one here. And he points to the body.
Oh no, I can't see his face.
He reaches over and like lifts up his arm, and it looks like robotic. It looks robotic. It looks like Obie's arm. You know this one here.
Oh, that there looks like Obie.
How did you get up there?
It was put up here.
By who?
Them.
Who are them?
And he
Is Obie
points to
breathing
where
up there?
he alive.
Oh, that's good.
He is construct.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a kind of half man, half machine type deal going on. You see, what happened was he took a bullet a few times and it didn't turn out well for him.
I think he took a grenade a couple of times. About the goop, I'm going to take out the glass jar that I have left and see what happens if I dip the bottom of the glass jar in the goop.
Oh, the stuff on the floor.
Yeah.
You dump out the other stuff and then try to scoop up the other.
No, I'm dipping the glass physically itself onto the goop and seeing if it burns the glass.
He's like setting the
Right.
bottom of the jar into the goop to see if it
Yeah.
melts the glass.
Okay.
And if it does melt it, then it would also release the contents of the food stuff, and that might neutralize it or not, so it's two tests in one.
Yeah, it eats right through the glass.
And what about the food goop? That falls out of the jar now?
It just sits on it.
Oh,
I think
hell.
we have to get more of the
Lather up
food.
your shoes, boys.
How thick is this?
The goop on the floor.
Yeah.
Probably like 4 inches thick.
Yeah, so just about up to the ankle. We'll be back in a moment.
That'll be here.
Well, I'd
Let's,
assume.
Head back and lather up our shoes.
So
The super serious campaign.
I'm picturing we make our way back to the food processing tube thing, and he's just gonna like start hosing his boot in it, just like using it like a hose and just running his boot under it.
Yeah.
I'll let you do mine as well.
You owe me a new pair of boots after this, Montana.
Hey, I didn't make the shitty goop go all over the floor.
I expect to be paid well by this Obie character and your Jim.
I mean,
I do
that's up
not
to
work
them.
for free.
I can't make any executive decisions on their behalf. I only own half the ship.
They're the ones who called us here, though.
True.
I don't work for free, you know that.
Also true.
Peanuts, on the other hand, is something we can agree to. As my trunk moves up. No.
So yeah, we're gonna effectively slather everybody's shoes.
In goop.
Okay.
Um,
In the food paste to walk.
Yeah,
on
and the
the
food
Food
paste.
paste.
And then he's also gonna look for a bag or something to fill up with more food paste in case we need to reapply.
Oh, you do have a backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just dump his. Oh no, he's got a bag of chips. He'll just
Yeah.
take his bag of chips out of his backpack,
Oh.
dump them in, and then fill up the chip bag with goop.
Yeah.
There we go.
With the food paste. Yeah. Okay.
Of course.
All right. So yeah, you make your way back down there. All the while, the spiders and the little tiny insect things keep their distance, but they're following you.
He's gonna hold a chip bag out at him.
Yeah, they just back away.
I
That's right.
gently dip the barrel of my gun into the goop.
That's what I thought. Damn insects.
Okay. Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, but Montana's just gonna start like. You ever seen like when a cowboy gets off a horse and he's walking all like wide bow leg and he's just like swinging the hips? He's just gonna start doing that, taking long steps.
Oh, I've been with you enough times, Isaiah. I know exactly what you mean.
How does he fare? Does it seem like it's working, or is he
Yeah.
in extreme pain?
Yeah, it works. It works.
Oh.
I declare this harebrained plan doesn't work.
Yeah,
Let's
you walk
boogie,
right
boys.
across it. It doesn't stick or anything. Doesn't burn.
Please hold on tight up there. And let's head to the other room and see if we can find a step ladder or something.
Right.
So as you go down the hallway where this creature was, it is similar to the other hallway where you see like blood stains and charred marks, and then it comes to a like metal door that has a control pad on the side of the wall.
Well,
Metal
goddamn.
door.
Bernie, I think it's your time.
You don't remember his name, so you use both. Bernie, no matter what happens, avoid a man named Biden.
Is he talking to me? He's
I
even
think-
dumber than he looks, isn't he?
That's an understatement. But he has great hair.
He's gonna take it. Well, thank you. He's got like a big ass bald patch on top.
Yeah, I think he believes you're hitting on him. What do you want me to do exactly there, boss? Blow the damn door up? Because I didn't bring
No.
no explosives.
There's that number pad thing like you did up front. Get us up in here.
Is there a console on this door?
Yeah, on the side. Yeah.
All right.
I believe the code is 12345.
Here we go with another shit program roll, boys.
Do you believe in life after programming?
I got faith in him.
5.
No, you're supposed to go 5 last.
Oops.
You see it flash red, and you see the whole outline of the door flash red, and you can hear it lock.
Why didn't we just try to push it open first?
Because Montana here told me to mess with this here pad.
You know, usually when you come up to a door like this, you just assume it's locked.
See,
Give it
that's
another
why they
go.
say, never assume. It just makes an ass out of you and me.
Give it another try and let me go ahead and copy down the numbers you've put in before.
You want me to try again, son of a bitch? I hope it don't like blow up on us.
As long as you don't put in 8675309, it won't explode.
Okay. 8675309. I got a 4.
Yeah, shit. Every time.
The pad it was eliminated, just goes blank.
I think you broke it.
Got any more bright codes you want me to punch? Oh wait, I can't punch no more codes in it.
Hang on, I got an idea. How about the master code? He's just gonna turn the pistol around, grab by the barrel, and whack the fuck out of the console. He's gonna pistol whip the console.
Okay, console, make a physical saving throw.
I'm wondering if I have anything in my toolkit where I could work on the guts.
Well, you do have a method. If you have a toolkit, you have all the stuff you need.
If your computer just stops working, you just give her a beating.
I have a post-tech toolkit and a meta tool.
Okay, well, the toolkit contains a wide range of necessary tools for a particular skill set. Toolkits can handle almost any job that doesn't require a full-scale shop or lab.
Peg leg Jim, give me a shoot roll with your as you hit the panel with your
Give
With
him
your
a pistol
hat.
whip. That is a 10.
yeah, you severely smash the shit out of it.
Is it okay? Can it hear us?
Pieces of it fall to the floor.
Well,
That's
I
the
guess I
toolkit.
can't tamper with that no more.
What do you mean? I just exposed all the wires for you. Took the screws out.
How does this door close exactly?
What do you mean?
I mean, is it a push door? Is it a pull door? Does it slide up, down, left, right?
It looks like it slides.
Is it like the iris from Stargate, where it's a circle that goes?
No,
No, okay.
there's no Stargate references specifically on purpose just for you.
Oh. What if I offer you a cookie?
There, red wire to the blacken.
Do you want to do a fix roll?
I would like to attempt a fix roll to try to hotwire the damn door.
I will give you a fix roll.
Don't
See,
cross the stream.
I just exposed the wires for you.
Wait, you're an expert, right?
Yeah.
No,
You can re-roll one failed roll per scene.
not an expert.
Oh, you're not?
Oh, I'm an expert. Just not in this particular field.
I got an 8 on the fix roll.
The entire party stopped by a door.
Yep.
That was unlocked to begin with.
It seemed like you were making pretty good progress. You heard a couple of the locks unlock, but it's still secure.
I give him a back massage for motivation. I'm going to use my bardic inspiration.
I got faith in you, skinny britches.
I'm going to use my heal ability to, massage out all the cramps and everything in his back right now. Do a better job. More concentration on it.
I got faith in you, skinny britches. Try that black one on the blue one.
I'll give you one more roll.
Got a 12.
Well, that's good. That's good.
So, as you're being massaged and motivated by Big Montana, the door unlocks and slides open.
Quick like a jackrabbit before it closes. You see Big Montana, he's like throwing his arms up and he's running in.
And by running, he means walking.
Yeah. For you guys, it's
Not a
walking.
slip.
Yeah.
Walking with a wiggle.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you hop into the room. Yes?
Yeah.
All of you guys?
I step into the room. I'm not hopping.
Okay, you step into the room. It's a circular room. There's like a drain in the middle. The door closes behind you, and you hear a voice, decontamination procedures will begin. And something starts spraying you. You start getting hit with some kind of like bluish liquid.
Doc?
I try to stay out of the way and use my bioscanner on the blue liquid.
What does this blue liquid smell like? He's going to do the classic man thing and go fingers to the nose.
Jawa juice.
It's It's kind of bleachy.
Bleachy.
Well, I always wanted to be a blonde.
Then then the lights will flash, and like these big scrubbers come out of the wall, like a car wash.
Oh God, it ain't showering week.
Thank God Big Montana's taking a bath whether he likes it or not.
I grab Big Montana and force him against it, just holding him there while he gets clean.
Just shove his ass up against that thing.
I'm just picturing it's like one of those automatic car washes with the towels that whip around, and he's getting like whapped in the face over and over with towels.
Can I make an exert roll to force Big Montana's ass against the scrubber?
You can.
We are exerting our will upon Big Montana.
God damn, I still had 2 weeks to go till shower week.
That's an 8.
Yeah. Big Montana's getting a scrubbing. That's what this whole episode was about. Whether Big Montana would get a shower.
By the way,
He's had a shit in a shower. It's the perfect start to his morning.
Disney, if you're hiring writers, look at us.
Right?
Yeah.
We can do Star Wars.
Rinse cycle begin.
10
And
minutes to watch what happens.
the brushes move back and go back into the panels, and then another set of tubes come out and start spraying you with some warm water. The spray ends, you guys like soaking wet.
The blow
And like
cycle?
these like heat lamps come on and start like heating you up and like drying you out. You hear fans come on.
Oh hell, I'm gonna get a tan. He's like rips the buttons open on his shirt.
I was about to do the exact same thing.
He's like right up against the heat, like trying to get a tan.
And then these misters again come out and just it smells like a tropical breeze. A fruity tropical breeze.
That smells right pretty.
No, it doesn't.
There's another door on the opposite side. You see it illuminate green.
Well,
I think
green
it's time.
means go.
I think we can go in that side now.
Don't touch the panel.
Yep, just gonna walk up and see if the door will open.
Yeah, the door just swings open as you get close to it.
We glance inside.
It's a large room. There is some seating, like benches and stuff, and a couple tables, and there's some screens. And in the center is like some kind of like statue or figurine or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll head on inside and get ready to fight the statue. Now, what do we see when I step inside?
You step inside. It looks like a seating area. There are a box of some. It looks like some kind of food, maybe. And there's a dispenser that probably has some kind of beverage. In the center is like some kind of figurine, and there's at the base of it there's some writing on it.
Can we comprende inglés?
God damn, I ain't had my more than 42 ouncer. And he's just gonna go up and start drinking from the dispenser.
No habla inglés, señor.
You give me a no roll.
I know how to do this, actually. I don't get minuses and I get pluses.
Woo!
One is a 6, the other is a 6, so that is 14.
Hell yeah.
It's some kind of award
Oh,
presented to the Eclipsing Mind for their advancements in genetic mutations, discoveries. But everything's like white, pristine.
So the science project got out the box.
It looks like something went horribly wrong at the Eclipsing Mind, or should I call it its true name, Umbrella Corporation, or Wuhan Biolabs.
Right.
Okay. Do I know the Eclipsing Mind by any chance? Is it a common known thing in the medical field or in the scientific field?
Do you know them? You've heard that they do work in the medical field. They are associated with Sindum. A lot of their projects are kind of top secret. And you've heard rumors that they do experiments and that they've been shut down many times. The ICAAOS has like sanctioned them and banned them from various systems and stuff like that.
That's because they're down here making fucking zombies.
Honestly, this is not very good for their medical credentials. Do we see anything else in this room or anywhere else we can go in this room?
What was that, a cat?
Yeah, my cat was spying on me.
Oh, okay.
Don't be a pussy cat.
Yeah, is there any of these controls pertain to like the other room in that basket chain thing?
Decontaminate the other room?
No, there's 3 screens, and in front of the screens are like little push buttons.
Push the button.
Don't do it!
Push the buttons and they're like videos, so they give you like a feed. So as you push the button, it shows you different rooms. There's like a station where you see, looks like somebody in a lab coat, working on something. He's messing around with test tubes or something. You push another button. It's like the outside of, looks like somewhere outside, like an entrance. And then another button is kind of like a room that's got a bunch of tubes, like containers that look like they have figures in them.
So what you're saying is shoot up the room full of tubes and containers. There's bullets everywhere in that room, right?
Right. You press another button, and it looks like some of those creatures you encountered. They're just all in this room. Like the view is like from up top, and you can just see them all in this room, just kind of milling about.
Out of curiosity, the picture of the outside and of the inside of this building, does it look current or do these look old? Is there a date timestamp on the bottom of the screens, or?
It looks real time.
Okay. Big Montana, I believe that your friends might have been captured by these scientists.
That's possible. But then why would they leave Obie in a cage all by himself with some weird fucker?
Because he's not completely human any longer, or biological.
Well,
they might need pure samples to work with.
Then why leave that other dude up there?
Perhaps he betrayed them. Perhaps he's part of the experiment itself.
I don't know, but if we find any of these scientists down here, I say we gut them.
Well, I mean, we might need to talk to him a little bit, though.
And then gut them.
Yeah, that sounds like a grade A plan.
I pull out a scalpel. My good friend Montana. I am a very good doctor. We can gut them and talk to them.
I mean, if you're a real good doctor, I mean, I got some weird toe fungus I might need checked out later on.
Oh, I'll be happy to. 200 credits.
Oh, god damn. I don't
That's
know.
a good doctor right there.
Does my insurance cover that?
Who do you have?
Morris Mutual.
I'm sorry, we only go ahead and use Blue Shield.
That's actually what I have for insurance.
What, you think I'm a fucking socialist? I demand to be paid for my work, bitches.
All right, let's see if we can get one of these fucks in the lab coat.
Yep, time to start hunting down doors.
Yeah, he's gonna start stalking around like through the the passageways trying to find a man in a lab coat.
Actually, let's do something smart first. Let's see if any of the screens or anything happens to have a map.
No. So what?
No?
Oh, let's see. Yeah, 2 is outside. That's right. There's one door in here.
Okay.
The one we came in?
No, there's another one.
Well, according to my good Ugandan friend, this is the way.
Big Montana's revolver forward, going through the door, trying to find a lab coat motherfucker to snag.
So
What is it, just
when you enter, it's kind of like a lift, and there's 4 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4.
did anyone happen to see an armory on the security cams?
Not that I seen.
I'm down to my last 22 bullets. Which, by the way, it happens to be that 22 chains equals 1 yard. But that's unimportant right now.
Well, I'm assuming we're on number 1. Let's try 4.
Straight to the source.
Right in the deep end, huh?
That's the only end that Montana knows.
So you can feel this thing move. It doesn't move like this. It's like the Wonka thing. You hear it lock in place. It opens, and you step into a room, and you are looking down at a room full of these zombie creatures.
Oh, wrong
Kinda
floor.
like milling about. It's like an observation deck.
Number 3, I believe, is what you meant.
Yeah, wrong floor. Yeah, you're right. 3. We're just going to back up into the elevator and click 3.
You click 3. Again, it moves. The door opens into this large room with a bunch of like containers that look like they have humanoids in them. There's about 6 in here.
Do we see any people that aren't in the containers?
No.
He's going to walk on up to one of the containers. Are they like foggy?
I mean, you have to get up real close to see. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to like rub some dew off the edge of it, see if he can see inside.
Jim, are you in there?
Yeah, he's dunk, dunk, dunk. Jam?
One looks like there's a Jawa in there.
No
What the
idea who
hell
this
that
is.
I've seen them things on the ship before. Jim might not be far. He's going to go up to another one and just rub it, see who's
We
in
have a
that one.
Jawa on our ship too.
It looks like Ada.
Oh, Ada! He's just pistol whipped the fucking side of the thing.
But no, it's So with the containment breach can have sudden death.
Give me a shoot roll.
That is a 19 plus 2, so that's
No,
20.
it's 2d6.
Oh. Wait, I thought attack rolls were...
You're just whacking it, right?
You're doing
Yeah.
a shoot roll, not an attack roll.
Oh. So that'd be 6, 7.
Yeah, you whack it. It just kind of bounces. You know.
I'm going to need a bigger device to whack
I
this
put my
bitch
hand on
open.
it. I put my hand on your shoulder. But perhaps we should first go ahead and see if we can understand what exactly is happening here. It might be unsafe to break them out at this
I
point.
don't know.
Well, we're
Ain't
not
you
sure.
Ain't you seen them movies? They always break people out of things like this. You know, you just bust it open, they hop right out.
Yes, and then about 10 minutes later, they become a zombie and try to kill them.
I ain't seen that part. You must have watched longer than I did.
You did fall asleep on my lap.
Why don't you keep looking around and see if you can find Jim? Doc, why don't you scan and see if you can figure out what the hell is going on in them vats?
Well, my scanner won't actually penetrate the vat, so we're going to have to find a computer terminal.
Shit, I'll go guard the door.
I'm going to see if I can find a computer.
He's gonna keep checking all the tubes, seeing who's all in them.
Yeah, I mean, you find Peg Leg Jim in one. You find a dwarf-looking fella in the other.
I ain't never met that dwarf before.
I believe his name is Raftul.
And there are 2 others that you don't recognize. They look human.
Do they look
Jim
like they
gets
have
new
money?
friends.
Let's see. So Emma, you're looking. Give me. Yeah, you can use notice.
Okay. Eight.
Okay.
I love my dice rolling tray. It's so fucking small. Look how cute it is.
So, as you're looking at, you can see all the tubes and like, there's a bunch of different readings and shit. Then you come to like a little monitor, and you see that there are timers on them. And
Oh dear Lord.
they're all set at different times, and they're counting down. So it's like Gimmick has got it hits 2 minutes. Peg Like Jim's got 3. Ada's got 5. Jawa has 6, and they're counting down. It's something to do with like time till transformation.
Okay, time to get these things open then. Is there a button that says open on this console?
No.
Are there like tubes and shit hooked up to this? These?
Yeah.
He's gonna try ripping one off.
Montana, I think it's time that we get them out of here.
Yeah, I think I gotta make like the movies and yank this bitch open. He's gonna try and like yank a tube off, like the tubes off the sides and whatnot.
You might cut off their oxygen supply.
He's gonna go to one of the people he doesn't know first.
There you go. There you go. You can give me an exert roll.
All right.
No, Montana, he might have money.
Oh, wait,
he might be rich. Don't
that's,
kill him.
2d6. That's not bad. That's 10, 11, minus 2, so that's 9. Right? Math.
So you that's some Texas strong strength you use. And you rip one of these hoses out, and it's like, and you see something flash red, like, and then you see like critical come up on the monitor. Critical.
Must be working. He's gonna try another one.
On the same one, or
yeah,
or
he's gonna try and yank another tube off the same one.
Okay, go ahead. Give me another exert roll.
All right. That's 7 minus 2, so that's 5.
This one's a little bit harder. Right? It's just it keeps tugging and staying.
Get your strong self over here, Bernie.
Bert, would you go ahead and try using your toolkit to open the door?
What do you want me to do there, Montana? Yank one of them there hoses out?
Yeah, let's get this fucker pried open. Broke down. Something. I don't know.
I'm going to grab a hold of the hose he was trying to yank out and give it a go. And yeah, strength.
Maybe I should just sit on it.
11.
Yeah. Bert just comes over there and just like tears it right off.
God damn, skinny britches, you got some oomph.
It starts spraying some kind of blue liquid everywhere. Lights are flashing. There's now like a red light flashing in this room.
I think it's in our best interest not to spray liquids we don't know about everywhere in the room.
Does it look like the container's draining now or no?
No.
Oh.
If you don't stop, you might trigger a transformation upon yourself.
Stand back! He's gonna cock the revolver and like put it
God.
behind him and pointing at the edge of it and looking away. Bang, right at the base of the glass.
Oh, mein Führer, I can't believe you did that.
I was going to suggest we let the doc scan the liquid now that it's loose out of the jar, but...
Okay.
How's the time looking?
Well, technically, it's been, 18 seconds?
Something like that.
Let's see. Here we go.
Yeah, I don't think we have the time for him to scan it.
Yeah, this kind of works in one action, so 6 seconds.
Oh.
I can scan your entire life in 6 seconds.
Okay, so you do that. You just like fire. You hear it, bang. It ricochets off of it and hits one of like the terminals.
Well,
Montana?
that did not go as good as planned.
Put
I
that
admit.
away.
What do the terminals say now? The one that I'm looking at.
It says under this subject, name unknown, like critical failure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so enough about their natural ones. I want to know, what's happening with them. Are they breathing? Are they alive still? What are their vitals?
As you're looking, it's hard to tell whether they're alive or not. A lot of this stuff doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. You just know that whatever these tubes were going in was doing something. Something is failing. That's when the door to this room opens, and the guy in the lab coat is standing there, and he's like, "What the?" And he
Get
steps.
your fucking ass over here!
I found this in my toolkit. Will this work on that there glass?
he's got the revolver pointing at him. He's just like a fat man running towards him.
Give me initiative rolls.
All right.
Ooh,
Oh.
6.
Ooh, I got a 9. Come
Okay,
over
but what
here,
number
boy.
did you roll?
2.
6, 6, 6. I rolled 3 times.
Big Montana, you're up first.
Yeah, he's a sprinting towards him, all fat man jelly rolling. And then is the guy trying to does it look like the guy's trying to turn and run away?
He's backing out of the room.
He's aiming for the foot. He's trying to shoot him in the foot to knock him down.
Okay. Fire away.
That is a God, this dice sucks. Okay,
That's
19.
a t-shirt.
There's a smear on it. There we go. 19 plus 2, so that's 21.
That's a hit.
Yeah, shooting him in the fucking foot. Trying to knock his candy ass on the ground. That is 6, 7, 6 plus 2. God, I am terrible at math today. 8.
Hey, I love that.
So as you blow the foot the fuck off.
Yeah, you blast his foot. He reels in pain. He falls
Get the
back.
fuck-
He's still half his body's in the room, half the body's out of the room.
Get the fuck in the room. Get on the fucking ground.
I'm
When
gonna
the
walk
elevator
over and
comes.
grab the ankle that he still has and drag him back.
Oh, for fuck. Would you two please try and get the people out of the place? I
That's
will
what
work
this
on him.
fucker's for.
You talk to this here doc, and see what you can find out, and I'll take my hammer over here and see if I can get somebody out of one of these bubbles.
Well, I do the first thing, which is take the med kit out and try to stop the bleeding. Because you just blew an artery clean the fuck off. Now while I'm doing this, would you be so kind as to tell us how to open these things?
Oh, my foot.
Yes, I know,
What the hell are you guys doing?
Trying to open them. You have our friends
Are you
in here.
If you're terrorists, just whatever the hell you want, just get the hell out of here.
We are not terrorists. We're just trying to get our friends out of your tubes. Why did you put them in there?
Well, we found them here. They were trespassing.
They were just...
And?
And? So you put them in tubes as opposed to asking them to leave?
Hippity hoppity, get them the fuck out of your property.
Now, how do we open these things?
You need the key.
Where's the key? Do you have the key?
No.
Where
What's
is it?
happening? What's the tubes doing to our friends?
They're beginning the transformation.
Into
The zombies, most likely.
Various subjects that we have pre-designed.
So you mean the freak science experiments that walk around?
Now-
Those are the rejects.
Now let's think about this out of character, about the fact that when we get our characters back, they're all going to be genetically enhanced super people. Jim might actually no longer need a peg leg.
No, he needs 2.
These two
Dun, dun. But in character, where is the key then? Tell me I can make this hurt quite a bit.
Give me a talk roll.
And I press down on the stump.
Oh.
No anesthesia.
Talk roll with advantage.
It's a shame I'm shitty at talking. That's a 8.
Oh, it's if you press 1 on the elevator, just it's right there in the center on the desk.
All right. Now,
What does it look like?
It's a key card. It's a green key card.
Well, you're about to hobble along and help me get that bitch.
Jim, I think you should go by yourself real quick because you're a lot faster than he is.
Yeah, I'm going. No, he's gonna just sling him over his shoulder.
Oh,
As my needle and the stitching are just hanging down there, pulling down. The elevator door shuts on the needle and just starts ripping the stitching out.
You two stay here. I'll go get the key card. I'm gonna pull my knife out and make my way back over to the elevator.
okay.
Is the knife necessary?
Won't know yet.
Take
Might be another
Mr.
jackass in a lab coat up there where I'm going.
Take Mr. Dick Nuts with you, and he just tosses him into the elevator.
No, I'm not done yet. Never mind.
Oh,
This guy with the dock, and I kick him back out of the elevator.
oh.
No, you need him to tell you where and how to find the shit. He just shoves
He
him
said
back
that
in.
it's on the table. The green. Oh, God.
It's on the table in the middle of the room. I know it went over your head, but I understood the directions clearly, and I pushed the button.
I imagine his legs like in the elevator door.
It keeps closing. Wham, wham.
I pull his leg out.
Pull it out. He's in like a terrible pain. Oh.
Oops, my bad. And I kick his foot. His stump.
And I begin working on him again, this time with a little bit of anesthesia. Local.
Minimum.
I'm gonna make like my friend Jim here who's in this tube, and you're my insurance policy. He sticks his revolver barrel in the end of his nose. If anybody else but my buddy comes through that door, well, you're gonna have a bad day unless you convince them to not do something we don't want you to do.
We could also go along the line of just shooting anyone who comes through the door as opposed to shooting him. He's been quite cooperative.
Well, I know. That's why
Poke.
he's going to convince anybody who comes through the door to drop their weapons if they got them.
I'm not sure if he has that much influence.
Worth a shot. Either that or the top of his brain's going to be on the ceiling.
Trust us, Peter. We're lawful good.
Okay. So you get in the elevator, you punch one, door opens, this short hallway, it lights up as you walk into this room, there's a shitload of test tubes and drawers like that are open with different like small slides and stuff, glass slides from a microscope, and in the center is the blue key card. In the back of the room is some kind of humanoid just kind of standing there, not really moving, just like not really frozen in place. He's just kind of stupefied. He's just kind of in the back of the room, just kind of. There's a Bunsen burner, little fire going.
Yeah,
It's a trap. We're supposed to find the green key card, he said, not the blue one. Grab both, but.
I'm going to walk up nice and slow and get the key cord and back down the hallway, not breaking eye contact with whatever the hell that is in the back of the room.
No, we need the green key card. You heard him say it, not the blue one. And there's a blue one on there.
You didn't take into account that he's colorblind.
Dun, dun, dun! I should have known. Well, that's a good-looking bitch you got back there.
Fenrir, he just called you a bitch. Come here.
Oh. Good dog. Yes. So about the colorblind man.
All right, so you grab the key card.
Yeah, the key card, the one key card that was on the table.
It's kind of a teal aquamarine color, to be
Yeah.
honest, so it's easily confused in the light.
The creature humanoid does not move. You step out of the room, head back down into the other room where the guy's in pain. And everybody else is there.
Now open the door, get on the floor, and do the dinosaur. And get people out of there.
Alright, Montana, I got this here key card. I'm gonna swipe it in one of these consoles, and if it does anything other than open the damn vial, blow that dude's head off.
No, it's wrong to go ahead and blow people's heads off. Torture is much more fun.
I'm
Okay.
assuming he knows how to open it, so he's gonna open it for us with that there key card. And if anything goes funky, he might lose his other foot, and then maybe his knee and his hand, and then maybe I might just bash his nose in for fun. Then he might get to die, but I ain't sure.
Well,
So,
that being
Dr.
said,
Feller.
I'll just drop the key card next to the wounded scientist on the floor.
Dr. Feller, pick that up, and you're coming with me. And he's going to grab him by the back of the lab coat and yank him back up
It's like,
and over to the console.
So, as Isaiah continues to RP Buford Pousseur, I hear you've been running alcohol out of here, young man.
So he puts the key card, the bluish green key card, into the thing, and it punches up, and he goes to shut it down. He's like, what? And he looks over at the damaged monitor. When did that happen?
Just recently, but you need to open these here tubes.
It is in your best interest not to question the Leumark.
Well, we're going to have to do it manually.
Well, quick like a bunny.
Okay, how does Emmanuel do this?
So, basically, he could shut everything down, but since there's damage to the system, it's going to have to be shut down manually. So there's 4 tubes going into each container. So one person's going to have to, take off one of the tubes that he tells you, like the top one. One person's going to have to, pull this, for lack of a better word, coffin door open. He shows you where to pull it or how to open it. And the other person is going to have to do something on the computer, kind of like some kind of keystrokes to get the timing right.
Does anyone? I guess I'll do computer stuff.
That'd probably be best. I ain't gonna be able to do that. I'll get the heavy door lid thing.
Like
But
you
if
got that tube earlier with your big manly arms. Pretend there's some potato chips in the door. That'll motivate your ass.
Oh hell!
very nice, but I think it is time we got started here quickly.
Yeah.
All right.
Doc, what do we do first?
So basically, everything has to be done at the same time. So so if you're working on the busted terminal,
Yep.
It's basically it's like counting down a bunch of numbers, and you're literally hitting the button to stop it on a specific number.
Okay. What role is that?
That would be
I think it'd be Dex or something.
I think Dex exert.
you could use your Dex, you could use administer, you could use exert, you could use
Can I use pilot?
program, pilot, no.
That's okay, I'll go with exert.
Okay, so there we go.
Here we do.
All right. Now, everybody, 3, 2, 1.
9.
What do we got to roll on them other deals?
So So Big Montana and Vert. You guys, Vert is pulling the tube out.
I rolled exert for that.
That's fine. You could use
Strength exert.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
I got a 12.
I got a 7.
All right. So you guys all coordinate together. Everything's like shut off the system. The door kind of opens. All whatever this liquid is just kind of evaporates. And you have released.
Guy, we didn't know who we were pulling tubes out of earlier.
Well, let's see. You can pick who you want to. Gimmick, you don't know who that is.
No.
He had the least amount of time. Then it went Peg Leg Jim, and Ada, then the Jawa.
Well, given the situation, we'd probably go with lowest timer first.
Okay. So probably Peg Leg Jim.
Gimmick.
Yeah, he's got the lowest timer. Given that we think we have enough time to do all of them, we'd go with the lowest timer first.
We're not murderers.
Yet.
Okay. So yeah, you release him. He's unconscious, just kind of like sitting right there, standing in this tube.
What's the timer on Jim now?
It's like a minute and a half.
Oh, easy.
Quick like a bunny. Get him laid on the floor, and then we'll go and get Jim.
Let's see. So now that you've opened this door, I will let you use. You can use exert, or you can use no.
For
the next roll. I mean, you can continue to use the same one, but
yeah, I'm gonna use exert because no's gonna hurt me.
Well, what if it's a strength no?
That still hurts me. I got a -2. No.
Okay, let's go to Jim. Did we say next?
Yeah, Jim's got the next least time.
Okay,
All right.
and what's the timer now for us to move from one position to another and get the person laid down and everything?
so he's got a minute 30, and everybody's Ada is at 2:30. 2:30, and the Jawa is at 3 minutes.
All right. So 3, 2, 1. I have a 6.
Snake eyes, so 5.
All right, 4. The door just kind of cracks open, so that shit just evaporates. But there's some kind of fluid that is still like raining down into the tube and just like evaporating as soon as it hits.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Jim.
The timer has stopped though. It's shut off.
All right. Well, we can get him the rest of the way out later.
Okay.
All right, Ada.
Okay.
Come on, fake dice, do better.
Yeah, really.
There we go.
That's a 1 and a 2, so 6.
10.
11. Yes, my math is correct. 11. 6 plus 5 is 11.
Okay. Yeah, that one
Basic
went a lot.
math, I
That
swear.
one went a lot smoother.
Bert's seen a woman in this tube. He's motivated.
Is that an actual vagina? I've never seen one before.
Now that right there's a woman.
Get out my way, tube.
All right, the Jawa is next.
All right.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, let's give these doctorly fucks an infestation of the Jawas. I like that.
15.
That's a
I
10
was,
total for me.
I was getting the fuck out of here today.
Got a 5.
Yeah, the door opens. Some of that spray stuff still comes down and evaporates, but the timer shuts off.
With like one hand, he's gonna pick up the Jawa by the by the arm and set him down on the floor, lay him down.
They're basically lifeless at this point.
Now, what about the other 2 people we don't know? There's no reason for us to kill them.
They're at like 30 seconds.
Quickly!
Well, I
Maybe we
guess.
should just kill them.
Well,
They might be rich.
Let's at least get one to see if they're rich.
Yeah. That's a 10.
Ooh, double 6s.
Nope, I got a 4.
I got them there double 6s. You better be rich.
Does the person in there look
What'd you get?
Jewish?
I
Double
got a
6s.
4.
12.
You got 4 again.
Yeah. Roll 20's dice thing sucks.
That's why you got to have your own personal dice. What's your address? Let me send you some.
Yeah. What?
Again, you're able to pull this guy out. The liquid sprays a little bit and then evaporates, but he just looks like a human.
Okay, one more.
As you go to do that one, the timer stops and flashes.
What happens to the guy?
It just, everything kind of shuts down.
Dr. Feller, what happens to this guy here? Does timer run out?
He becomes the icon of sin.
Well, you should let him out.
Should or shouldn't?
Test him. Make sure that everything's good
With
the transformation.
well, what exactly is this transformation supposed to be doing to this feller?
Look inside, see what it looks like.
I'd have to check.
Well, quick like a bunny, we ain't got all day.
So he hops over there with his bad leg.
God, how did that happen?
Come on, Peter Cottontail, you can move faster than that.
So, yeah, he just hits a button and the thing just opens because it's finished. And this guy just kind of opens his eyes. He just steps out and he starts looking around.
Are you weird?
I play D&D on Sundays.
Yep.
Perfectly fine. Why?
Well, you just were inside some kind of tube with some kind of transformation process going on, and I don't trust it, frankly. We done got you out a little too late, unfortunately.
Transformation?
Yeah, that's what the Peter Cottontail over there said.
Feel rather refreshed.
I'm going to use my bioscanner on him.
Okay. To find out if his DNA is changed?
If his DNA is weird.
Oh, yeah, it is.
What's it look like?
It looks...
Is it no longer double helix? Does it look like a balloon animal dog? DNA?
It looks very similar to the other ones you've seen.
My good sir, are you familiar with the zombies in this facility?
Zombies?
I believe the creatures that roam the halls here.
No, I was, we were delivering some equipment to the village, it's part of a humanitarian thing.
Where are you from, exactly? What group do you represent? Sindhu?
No, independent group, out of this swarm system.
Hmm. And
Well,
what
I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Doc.
oh, no ways. You were shuttle pilots?
Yeah, we were just delivering supplies to the village.
Tell me, what is your name?
It's a good question.
Do you know what day it is?
No?
Do you know what day you went to the village? The month? The year? I regret nothing.
27, is it 272 still?
What is it, 278 in our world?
273.
It's
Yeah, the years
273.
changed.
So you came here yesterday then?
I think it'd be like a week.
Yeah, you're a week into 273.
The year is 273, okay.
Right.
Out of curiosity, what was the month that you arrived in here?
Oh, the month.
Mhm.
It was. Let me look at my notes. That's not that piece of paper.
Did you kill the lab coat guy while I was gone?
No, he's still kicking.
I ask simply because of the fact that the current year is 273.
It was the month was Balfours.
What's that translate to in English?
Valfris?
There are 6 months. He's referring to the 4th month.
Okay, so he's been here for 2 months and a week.
Yeah, he's been here for because the months have different amount of days. He's been here for, you would guess, over 130 days.
Dang.
Okay, I'm going to have my friend here ask you some questions. I need to take a look at something.
You've been here for a spell.
I'm going to go to the doctor and run my bioscanner on him.
Okay. He's fine.
So he's normal?
Yep.
Where did you get these people from?
What people are you talking about?
These people who are here, who were being experimented
Well, they
on.
were trespassing, of course.
And you didn't just ask them to leave? You have no signs here. You have nothing that says you may not enter, no radio frequency. So of course people are going to come down and see what is happening here. Humanitarians, for God's sakes.
Who?
These people, the shuttle pilots, they were bringing supplies.
Look, I just run the experiments. I don't bring the subjects.
Who's
Who
in
brings
charge?
them? Yeah, exactly.
The others
Where are the others?
in the facility.
How many are there?
Dozen. 14. 15. The
Why
ones who will
was the-
listen.
Oh, sorry.
I was just going to ask, who is in charge here then? Who is the head doctor and the facility manager?
I just send all the reports up.
I said, who is the facility manager? Answer quickly.
Well,
You will answer at once.
Doc, you want to borrow my torch?
Be careful, she'll neuter you.
It wouldn't be my first time.
Charlie.
Golly?
Charlie is. in
Oh,
charge.
John. Is this his chocolate factory?
It's his zombie factory.
Why ain't my friend Jim waking up yet, Mr. Dr. Cottontail Man?
He is very sedated.
Well, how about we unsedate him?
I would probably take your time with that.
Jim, you don't just unsedate someone. It takes a little bit of time for the safety of not overloading the nerve system.
Well, I mean, Jim's already weird. How much weirder can he get?
Montana, just keep that damn clubbing pistol of yours put down your pants there where you don't screw anything else up.
I think it worked out pretty good. I'm just saying.
I think if you hadn't have shot at the damn bulletproof glass, we'd have been able to open these tubes up with that key card I went and fetched.
Then you're going to answer very quickly. How long has this facility been in operation?
Um, 3 cycles.
What's that in German?
3 years.
Okay. What's that in bad German? I'm not sure.
So you mean to tell me you've been fucking with shit this long?
The facility's been here for 3 years.
You?
About 200 days.
Do you work for Sindum?
Oh, he said he works for something else.
The Eclipsing Mind.
Which is associated with Sindum?
Yes.
And what is the purpose of these experiments?
Well, I mean,
Are you
Sindum will need soldiers to fight.
you trying to make super soldiers?
By kidnapping people and using them for experimentation.
We didn't kidnap them. They were trespassing.
And you didn't send them away. Instead, you kidnapped them. That is the definition of kidnapping.
Yeah, I don't think you understand the whole process of
Doc, I
holding
got an idea.
people
Why don't we
against their
put
will.
lab coat there in one of these tubes and see if we can't turn it back on and leave?
That could be an interesting experiment to run. Though quite unethical. I couldn't do it. However, you two are not bound by the same ethics as myself.
No, I didn't take none of them there doctor's oaths.
Why don't we see what happens?
Well, Mr. Cottontail, unless you become useful, I believe your ass is getting put in the tube. So I suggest you make yourself very useful real quick.
Or something that might even be more fun. We could get back in that elevator and push 4 again and throw him over the rail in that big room down there at the bottom.
That might be interesting to see. After all, you are the one who runs experiments. Wouldn't you like to get a view of them up close?
How about it, Cottontail?
I prefer to limp away, hop away.
Well, your preferences seem to be quite unimportant at this time.
You assume to think we might give a shit about what you think.
What if I told you there was a shuttle on this facility? I could get you out of here.
See?
What if we told you that we already have a ship and a second ship here?
True. He's
have
got you
no
by the
need of
balls.
shuttle.
She's got you by the balls with that one.
It's very
You know
good to
what?
keep a grasp.
We are gonna need a way out of here, though. You know, that one door that we kind of beat the fuck out of might not be the easiest thing to get back through again.
I have a feeling that this entire facility needs to stop existing. If we leave it here, it will just continue its experiments, and it might come back after us.
True. But about how long is it gonna take for our friends to wake up?
A few days.
God damn. How the fuck are we supposed to carry this many people up out of here?
It's quite simple, actually. You don't go anywhere. And I take him by the arm, and I start moving him into one of the tubes. No need to run an experiment, just a holding cell for now.
We'll just shut the door and Montana lean against it.
I don't even.
Oh, I'm
think
going
I
up
could
to the
push that door
facility.
open.
I fully plan on taking out this facility because this place is just wrong on every fucking level.
Yeah.
And Sindum is not someone we exactly like either. We're okay with them, but we don't particularly like them and what they're doing.
They're not paying me right now, so I don't give a shit.
You're from the UPM, you don't matter. But, yeah, I say we lock them up and start making our way through this facility.
Well, I don't know how I feel about just leaving our friends here laying on the floor.
Well,
not to mention we still got this weirdo.
Well, that's why we're going ahead and inserting him into the tube as well.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys, there's another one of them mindless flesh-looking things up there where I got that key card, just kind of standing in the corner, staring off into space.
Well, Montana, it is up to you.
Well, we got some real hard thinking to do. We can't exactly leave all our friends unattended.
Well, would someone like to wait with them then? There appear to be nothing more than scientists in this facility.
I think I could get a few scientists if any of them try to come in here.
Well, I'll tell you what. You two probably can sneak around a lot better than I can.
No.
I'm a little bit of a wide load, if you hadn't noticed.
Really, I couldn't tell. You have such a abrupt and sudden physique.
Yeah. Bit like a Mack truck, but, you know, we're stout.
Peterbilt.
Anyways, I'm thinking I'll stay here and watch over our friends and the weirdo and the other weirdo that ain't all weird yet.
How much ammunition do you have?
He's going to flip open his revolver. Well, I got 5 shots in this. And then I forget how much starting ammo you get.
Wait, you made it all the way to 5?
Huh?
I'm so fucking proud of you. You counted to 5.
How many starting rounds did you get?
Depends on what you chose.
Gunslinger.
25 is the page.
All right, and then he fired. He had 2 left, so he fired 4. So 25 minus.
No, it's on page 25 that it's written.
I know what you're saying. So if you start with 25 rounds, minus 4, that's 21. Minus another 1, that's 20. And then, yeah, that's all he shot.
Well, you have to look at the conversion rate, which is a laser rifle has, a laser pistol, has 10 rounds in a magazine, so that's 80 rounds.
Wait, what?
If we convert it from energy cells. Because each energy cell is equal to...
Yeah, but he does...
10 bullets.
I got bullets.
Yeah, he's got bullets.
And each energy cell is equal to 10 bullets.
Okay, so 25.
I started with 4 energy cells, so he probably started with the equivalent amount of bullets.
He had 8 type A energy cells if he's a gunslinger.
Oh.
So that would be 80 rounds of ammunition.
Oh, yeah, I'm stocked. I got a couple boxes.
Why don't you give me a few?
He's gonna hold his bullet up to your magazine.
It works. All ammo is the same in this game.
If you say so. He's gonna give you some of. He's gonna give you some of his 500 Magnum flat nose bullets.
So as I reload my 500 Magnum flat nosed Uzi.
There's like just jerking around.
Just give me like 40 and I'll be set.
Right.
Give me
yeah,
62 rounds. Okay.
They're totally the same.
It's just fine.
It's one of them formal bullets.
Like Todd Howard says, it just works.
All right, so where are you guys?
Well, I'm going up to the first floor to take care of these doctors because they're wrong.
Yeah. Montana's gonna put the doctor in a tube and put the weirdo in the same tube and tell the weirdo. Now, I hate to be rude and shut you in here, seeing as I just met you, but we don't know what Mr. Cottontail did to you. So I'm gonna put you in the tube with him, and if and you turn into a funky, hungry beast, well, at least you got a snack.
Oh, okay,
Right? That seems like a good idea, right?
sure.
Works for me.
All
Give me a
right.
talk roll.
Oh, he's good at these.
He means a seduction roll.
All right, that's
I would like to seduce
That's
the
a
mind of
13.
the zombie.
Yeah, it's probably in your best interest.
yeah, it's safer for everyone involved, I think.
Yep.
Except Cottontail, but we don't give a fuck about his opinion, am I right?
But
Right.
do me a favor. Please stay safe. If there's a way to help you if something happens, I will do everything in my power to do so.
And if that don't work, I'll shoot you with this here laser rifle.
Yeah, here, take this knife to stab Mr. Cottontail if he tries to fuck with you in the tube. He's gonna pull out like a boot knife and hand it to the weirdo and put him in a
Why are
tube
we
with
giving
Mr.
the
Cottontail.
zombie the knife?
Well, no, just in case Mr. Cottontail tries to beat up the weirdo in the tube.
Okay. So he shuffles in with the tube with him, and they're in there together.
Yeah, he's gonna shut the door and lock it.
Seems like the guy in the lab coat is not going to survive until our plan comes to fruition.
It doesn't lock. You have to lean against it.
Yeah, he's
That's
just gonna
fine.
he's just gonna lean up against it. He's a good 350 pounds. We'll
Yeah.
be all
Yeah,
right.
that's locked better than it was when we found it.
Right.
Well, Jim, I mean, whatever the fuck, Montana?
Montana.
Well, Montana, we'll be back in a bit.
Yep. Happy trails.
Oh, I'm
Pat him on the
off
head.
with the doctor lady. I'm already happy.
Down, boy. And we're going to the first floor to clear out doctors.
All right.
Because, yeah.
Might be a decent stopping point. I guess to go to bed.
I guess
Okay.
we're chaotic good.
Yeah, it's kind of midnight 30.
Yeah. So appreciate it.
Yeah.
Think about what you want to do. If you want to play your old character, that's cool. If you want to retire your old character, that's cool too.
I mean,
You don't have to.
I like Jim a lot.
Yeah. I will say with the rolls that Jim will probably have some adverse effects from the.
Oh, I'd imagine, yeah.
That's basically what you're rolling. I was trying to get everybody involved to do something that was kind of, I would say, a little bit difficult, but I figured there had to be some consequence to getting them out of there, especially after you damaged the system. But
I'm
yeah,
surprised that you planned all this entire session so well. I didn't expect it. I mean, you're just on the next level here.
yeah, I'm getting a lot of material out of this this one place. But yeah, we'll pick it. We can pick it up with these guys as you guys move through the facility, and you decide what you want to do with your other characters. They don't have to die. You could just retire them if you want, or continue to play them, or what. It's up to you.
Yep. Ada's going to be really fucked up because I did terrible on her roll.
No, you got to say what you needed was average.
I thought I got a 4 on her roll.
No, you got a 6. I wrote them down.
There was one where I think I got a 4 or 5.
You got a 5. That was Peg Leg Jim.
No, oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I think
Jim.
we all did really bad on Peg Leg Jim's. Yeah, because his door was only partially open. We just said we'd get it the rest of the way open later.
Yeah.
I think his is the one. His was the first one I failed to pull the tube out on.
Yeah,
The 5.
and then you got a 4, and then on the Jawa, your old character, you got a 5.
Yeah. I might keep Bert anyway. It seems like we might need a brute. Because the way I rolled Bert's stats and then chose his focuses and stuff based off that, he's kind of a go ahead, hit me, I don't care.
Which really works. It works well for Bert.
And we could move the Jawa to NPC status and move him with the other crew if you want or something. That's fine.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I'll do with Ada. I might keep her. I might keep this character. This character seems a lot more useful, if I'm honest.
I mean, both Montana and Jim kind of play almost the same way, so.
Yeah, I mean, But that was kind of, I don't know, it was the way the beginning of the session went down, it was kind of.
My bright idea of blocking the door with fire backfired real good.
I'm just amazed that you expected him to do that, and then you went ahead and planned all this out ahead of time.
Yeah.
Just on the next level there.
Yeah, dude told us that they explode when they get around fire, and I was like, oh, I'll blow them up in that hallway. Watch this. Fling!
Yeah, I like how our response to being told that the zombies explode was to throw grenades and light fires.
Yeah. Hell yeah, blow them sky high.
All we had to do was keep shooting them.
My bad.
Well, then we all just rolled like garbage on those saves.
Oh, God. Every one of them a failure.
Oh, I think my save needed to beat a 14, and I rolled like a 3.
Yeah, I had hopelessly low rolls. There was no chance for them.
Yeah, and then I burned a hustle point to try to re-roll it and got even worse than whatever my first roll was.
Yeah, I had like a
to me.
4, and then I had like a 6.
My jaw was basically one of the zombies. It was like, ooh, fire, and jumped right into it.
Wootini! Allah Wootini! Yeah.
And that's the story how Jawa killed everybody.
See, the Jawas were the death of us. You're doubting me.
We still gotta figure out how to get that cage down too, and how to get Obie back.
We need to do that too. Well, the first things first is just wiping out these scientists, because these people really are a problem for us in the future.
Well, the good news is if the Jawa does live, he should be able to pull the cage down from the ceiling.
Not necessarily gently, but he should be able to. Now, I wanted to ask you something, Isaiah. What modules does the ship have?
Oh, we never like fully fleshed out the overloaded Billy Goat.
No, I mean your ship.
Oh, our ship?
Yeah.
I got it written down here. Let's see here. If I can get my page open.
No.
Oh, come on, I was just staring at it. Where'd you go? There it is. All right, let's see here. Right now, we got the still, the drop ship, the sensor mask, the workshop, the ship locker, 2 armories, 6 cargo bays, the quad 88, and a smuggler's hold.
Okay, how are we doing power-wise on the vessel?
Power-wise, the only thing that's really taken power for us is
I know the 88. Okay.
The sensor mask, I think, is taking like 1 or 2. I think I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything else is just storage type stuff, so it doesn't take any power.
Do we have extended life support on the ship or no?
No.
So we can only take 6 people on the ship, maximum.
And a bunch of Jawas.
The Jawas don't use life support; they live off their love of the Keris. That's canon. Okay, because one thing we can definitely think about if we want to, Isaiah, is we can look at getting extended life support, because that's a good idea to be able to transport people as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we can also look at, if I keep this character especially, the extended med bay and maybe the advanced research lab.
Right.
Because both of those things can actually be really good depending on what missions we're doing. Like, for example, here, if we have the advanced research lab, I could bring back samples and see exactly what it is.
Right.
And see if we can reverse engineer it, to find a cure for this guy and stuff like that.
Or we could weaponize this virus and drop it on places we don't like.
Now, you see, that would just be unethical.
What if there were large amounts of credits involved?
How unethical are we talking? 100,000 credits to 1 million? These credits are ethical. But I'm just saying, we have the space, and if we have the power, those two things, especially with all the intelligence characters we have and stuff, could be really big, depending on what we get for future missions.
Right.
Especially if we haven't seen the mission board in like forever, have we?
It's been a hot minute for us.
No, we just wanted to plan a heist.
We've had some critical situations.
It should have been so easy. Well, to be honest, dropping that bio research lab shit onto Juco Rata or something might not be a bad idea. Wouldn't mind it. But yeah, depending on what we decide to do, because there's a lot of different mission types than just what prisoner rescue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't it be cool if we got a mission to go explore a planet or something?
Right. Kill all the local fauna.
Well, that actually leads me to there's actually something I wanted to bring up, which is a kind of a fun idea. I was looking at the Insta panels, which are a 2 kilo panel, which are 5 centimeters in size, and you put a Type A power cell in it, and it becomes a 2 meter by 2 meter thing. And so I was thinking, if we develop a more advanced version of the Insta panel that has 1 encumbrance instead of 0.3, and we make it so it covers a 10 meter by 10 meter area, and then we get a bunch of those, we could like assemble entire bases and shit in a matter of hours on planets.
Right.
And I figure that our ship's about the size of a Type 6 from Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
So about 50 meters by 20 meters by 16 meters. So if it's only that big, we could easily set up a landing pad, tent positions, walls around the entire thing, a vehicle bay and a repair facility.
Right.
We could set up entire, adventure locations on planets and do work on planets and things easy.
Yeah.
Get out of this Type 6 thing. We need at least a Python. This is some bullshit.
Well, I mean, honestly, the Billy Goat would actually be a better ship for that because we can load it full of stuff and then transport it down via shuttle.
True.
I mean, these are all just ideas of things we could do if we wanted right now. I'm just throwing them out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I'm not sure at the moment.
Yeah, of course. But just things to think about.
I mean, with Peg Leg Jim at the helm, we probably need like a shield tank and Imperial cutter.
Well, one thing we should definitely look at as well is all the weapons and things that got confiscated when our people were captured. Each heavy machine gun is worth 5,000 credits.
Right.
So we should probably see about getting all that stuff back too if we can.
Right. Yeah, we definitely need that back. Jim needs his 4570 back.
There's a lot of stuff which was lost here, including a evil demonic weapon that Ada had. So I mean, it's kind of important to get that back. I'm playing a warrior now. I actually have HP. It's so nice.
Right. I'm still low on the HP department with Big Montana.
But I can heal you at least.
Yeah, I like the experts too much. Like the skill, like the very specific skills and whatnot. I really like.
I like expert a lot too, but I've died 3 times with one, so I figured it's time for a change.
I made Bird a warrior after I rolled his stats.
I thought Bert was a turtle.
Might as well be.
I figured Montana's a businessman, he's got to be a smooth talker.
And look good in leather pants.
Yeah. His drawers are still split too. They're just staring at butt crack right now as he leans against the glass.
Nice. Does your ass have a six-pack?
Oh yeah,
Let me tell you, that butt lifts.
it's got that moldy butt.
Not now. It's been scrubbed.
Let me see here.
Shit looks like cottage cheese.
Might have been the most important part of the whole session.
He threw off his whole schedule. He hasn't taken his week. His shower week was not nigh.
That's why he had trouble shooting off the lock. If he hadn't have showered, it would have been no problem at all.
Yep.
His feng shui was all wrong.
Exactly. You done messed up his chemical balance. His pH levels are all fucked now.
You fucked the My Chemical Romance he was having.
Right? Oh yeah, fun ass session.
Good. I'm glad you guys liked it.
Even
know
though
where I
we
was
all
gonna go.
died, it was fun as fuck.
Well, that's good.